Your TV is essentially alive, and it's capable of telepathically accessing your consciousness in order to utilize you for immediate and future purposes. Everything that you watch is happening in real time, and the dialogue that's being spoken on screen is virtually all secret, double-meaning language. Through the use of hypnosis, the TV puts your brain into alpha wave state, and you are immediately accessible. But if you don't allow them to control your eyes, and you keep your brain waves in beta or higher, and if you stop your mind from thinking while watching, you can deflect what they're trying to do and gain incredible insight into what is truly happening. The following clips prove what they're capable of and what you begin to notice when you really pay attention. Which hue is the human? As I've mentioned, they need to know who the viewer is. Once they figure out who you are, they can do things to utilize you and to eat your energy in real time. Anything that's been pre-recorded can morph and change. Once they find out something about you or they suspect something, you'll start to see it reflected on screen. And they can carry messages from channel to channel about you. Now I'm watching TV here and just flipping through channels. I'm on this movie Grease, and watch what happens as I turn the channel.
Okay, how about a little sneaky peek to get the party going?
Now I turn it.
For this, we will never find out. Relax. What happened to Bird?
Look what he's looking at. Greased lightning. I was just on the movie Grease. Turn the channel, the very next channel in line. Completely different content, completely different network. Greased Lightning, which is a song from that movie, Grease. And it's a message. It's a carryover of a theme from the previous channel, and it's what they suspect I am, whatever that means. Now, if I look at that bottle, my eyes act as a camera, and they can see through the camera those words and get a clue about who I am and how they can use me. This intelligence wants your blood, but because of the way I deflect, they're unable to get the blood that they seek. So they'll increase their camera movements. Suddenly there'll be tons of movement on screen, but they still can't get me. They can't find the vein to get the blood. Watch.
How has it been running? How's it going to run this morning? What do you mean you don't have an OS?
They don't have an OS. That's just code. The operating system in a computer is like the blood in a body. But that's very subtle. But watch.
It's like this. Avi Tavain is our chief software designer.
He said something like Arbys Tavain as a name. Key part is vein.
Avi Tavain is our chief software designer, and he wrote a demo program. It's like we built a great car, we haven't built
now I'm
the
going to
engine.
turn it.
We put a golf cart.
What am I supposed to do now? Here. Do I start an IV?
No.
Now I'm pausing it because the camera movements are going to be crazy. I would advise when you're watching this, don't stare directly at the screen. Move your eyes around constantly. And not just for this scene, for all the scenes in this video that display action.
No. We don't know its physiology. For all we know, the fluids may kill it.
What do I do then? What do I do?
Well, its blood is red. It must have hemoglobin.
Now I'm going to change it really quickly to the next channel. But listen to what they say in this show and where it leads in the next show that I turn to.
Okay, she's right. Start the drip.
Okay, I can't find a vein.
We need blood. Come on.
I mean, that's crazy. At the end of this, they say, I can't find a vein. And immediately on the next channel, I'm just going up with the remote. We need blood. I'm the blood. But because I'm deflecting, they can't get access. We went from to vein, to we can't find a vein, to we need blood.
Start the drip.
Okay, I can't find a vein.
We need blood. Come on.
Now I turn it, and the action. it. Look at this. I mean, it just keeps going. It's absurd. And it's all on purpose. And it's happening in real time. The computer needed an operating system, to vein, then we can't find a vein, to we need blood, and then to more action, constant action, to try to find that vein, because they need my energy. Now I'm just flipping through channels here, but remember, I'm deflecting. I won't let them see my true colors. When they can't detect my eyes and just get the information straight up, like most viewers, they resort to seeing how I respond to different content. Will I stay on channels with lower frequency subjects like sex or violence? Or will I go past those channels to something with higher frequency content? They need to know so they can figure out who's gonna eat me. Now you can see, I'm on this channel. A guy's holding a gun to another guy's face. It's a lower frequency. But I turn it.
Make you feel more sexually experimental?
Right off the bat, he says sexually experimental? It's not violence, but now it's sex. Still lower frequency.
Absolutely. What do you think?
I've got the same one at home.
You see he's holding up this red and like a yellow gold colored whatever that is? Watch, I change it.
Good, all right. Do you guys watch porn together?
All right, do you guys watch porn together? Previous channel, are you sexually experimental? Next channel, you guys watch porn together? That would be sexually experimental. And you see the color? Got that red again. Like that red thing the guy was holding up. And did you notice? Right after I turned the channel, the guy was like, good, all right. Because they know when you change the channel. They're ready for you. They're waiting. But I go right past that.
Good, all right. Do you guys watch porn together?
Can't take the pound.
Can't take the pound. That's clear innuendo or metaphor. I just went past 2 channels with sexual content and I didn't stay on them. And now I'm on this channel. It's also low frequency, Rocky Balboa, boxing. But notice, now they have blue, this turquoise, mixed in with the red in the back there. That represents higher frequency. And then I turn it.
Crunched. And that's the worst case scenario for the Seminoles.
Worst case scenario for the Seminoles. And look at the color. Red with that gold. That was in the first channel. Worst case for the Seminoles because I'm resonating blue, not the lower frequency red and yellow that the Seminoles represent. You can even see it carried over from channel to channel. I showed you how it was becoming blue, and then I turned it, and they show some dude with a blue shirt on. That's the message. That's the carryover message from the previous channels telling the next channel who they think I am, or what colors or color I resonate with, and it's blue. Watch the channel change.
Can't take the pound. So
Crunched. And that's the worst case scenario for the Seminoles.
See the word cook? That's key coming up. Watch. Now I turn it. Hannibal. Another channel with explicit content. Not sexual, but still low frequency. But then they show these dolphins, which are higher frequency. But then...
Dr. Lecter?
You see she's staring at the orange? Once again, trying to detect whether I resonate with these lower frequency colors. But I don't. Even though I do, I'm hiding it. When she sees I don't look at that and don't resonate with it, they go right to this orchestra with the blue. It's higher frequency. And you can hear someone at the end said okay, but I turn the channel. Watch what happens.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Literally picks up on the next channel. Completely different show. Guy says, okay. And then the next channel, guy says, okay, what? This is really happening, and it's happening in real time.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, dinner.
Will you put that in writing?
Don't push it.
Okay, dinner. And you see now the color scheme is green and blue, like turquoise combination. It's the same color scheme as the Can't Take the Pound channel, which led to the blue shirt guy, which led to the dolphins, which now leads to a girl who works at an aquarium with dolphins and penguins. And look, see this actor? What's his last name? Cook. It all corresponds and goes from channel to channel to channel. And even though this segment is going to be around 5 minutes, this happened during 32 seconds of me flipping through channels. This kind of thing happens constantly. You're just not aware of it because you're hypnotized. You let them control your eyes, and it put your brain in a lower brainwave state. All right, let's take this a step further. This movie, you can see, it's 9:21 p.m. when I turn it on. In this scene, watch how the scene ends.
One date as friends.
Fine.
Now I'm watching this live. Boom.
Okay.
Clumsy.
Fine.
Waves. Does a thing with his hand. Now watch. A little later, during the same session, I was on this channel, about 30 minutes after the other channel. And watch what happens when I change it.
No.
Same actress, different movie. Watch.
I can handle myself. Thanks again.
He does a thing with his hand. Same thing. She goes and says goodbye. It's exactly the same thing. What's happening here? 2 different movies, same actress, same setup. Now, I'm not going to go into what I believe is happening, but let's just say it has something to do with her ass. And I'll save that for a future video. This intelligence is trying to figure out who you are. And if they can't get immediate access, they can do tricks. They can actually do magic and make things appear on screen, including advertisements. They want your eyes to read something because that will give them an instant picture of who you are. Watch what happens here as I'm deflecting. I'm keeping my brain in a high brainwave state so they cannot detect me.
You didn't tell Caswell about him, did you?
Oh, you can't think.
It's just a question.
Question I find someone insulting.
Well, I apologize.
Watch.
But did you?
No, he's got way too much on his mind for me to bother him with something like this.
He's got too much on his mind for me to bother him with something like this. Because the higher your brainwave state, the less you would be interested in lower frequency subjects, like sex. Too much on his mind means they can detect that I'm keeping my brainwaves active. But watch this. He makes this magically appear on screen. Bother him with something like this. Look at his eyes go down right to where it's created. Even though it appears to be an ad for something completely different, this character is making it happen instantly.
He's got way too much on his mind for me to bother him with something like this.
Magic.
What about your discreet inquiries on the photos? That yield any fruit?
No. He can't get a photo of me. I won't read the text. That would give them an instant picture of who I am. You may feel that what I'm showing you in these videos isn't really proof that the intelligence behind the TV is trying to hurt people, or use them, or eat them. But I know it's true. Through camera movements, once the TV puts your brain into alpha state, if you're susceptible to hypnosis, they go further to try to put you deeper into sleep so they can utilize you. I want to show you a few quick examples of what they're doing. I would advise, as usual, to not look directly at anything on the screen. Dart your eyes all around the screen. Never settle in one place. These examples are using traditional hypnosis. Watch this character hit her chest with her hand. And when she does that, it starts a repetitive beat. And at the same time, the camera will start moving very slowly. That's a trick.
All right.
Here comes the hand and the slow camera. And then they show a clock. You're supposed to look at that while watching. and the hand goes back and forth. But not only that, the camera moves. Boom, goes down to him. But the hand stays in the screen, but then the camera moves back up because they're trying to direct your eyes to look at it. But listen to what is being said.
Dubuque, December 12th, 1961.
Don't look at the clock.
Down she went.
The guy said, and down he went. Because they cut to this scene, and there's that clock with the hand moving. They go down, but they move your eyes up, and you're supposed to stare at that, going back and forth, combined with the thumping, repetitive music, and the sleepy-looking dude. And that guy says, and down he went, which is about some story he's telling, supposedly. But it's a sleep command, because they're trying to put you to sleep.
12th, 1961.
Don't look at it.
Down she went.
Same thing for this. They're going to do a camera movement up. They suspect you're already in alpha state if you're watching. And then they're going to use a command. Don't look at the camera movement and avoid the flash of white light as soon as they zoom through the window here.
It's clear a song will move the job along. Cora, the medicine goes down, the medicine goes down, the medicine goes down.
This is a perfect example. This is the very first scene from this show, this episode. They want to make sure the viewer is put to sleep. So right off the bat, he does this weird thing. He's singing, but he puts his hand up. You're supposed to look up there. And then he'll move the camera down while the hand is up because he knows the viewer's eyes will be looking up there. It's a trick. And then he goes to grab that, and then he'll say, go down, and he moves his hand down. And the camera moves real fast over here. If you're just looking at the screen while watching blankly, and you're susceptible to hypnosis, this will help put you down. But I'm deflecting as I watch. I never rest my eyes where they want me to look. So I never go down. And he gets upset. But watch that hand thing again. Hand goes up. Don't look directly. Just kind of dart your eyes around. Hand goes up. Camera goes down. It's all happening on purpose. To put you to sleep. Just keep saying go down. Go down. But he can't get it to go down. The medicine is the viewer. Just like the blood is the viewer. Whatever term they want to use. I'm the medicine. He wants the medicine to go down so he can utilize me. But I won't because I'm deflecting. We're going to have a similar kind of thing here. They're going to move all the cameras around. They expect you're going to be looking. Now look, he can't detect me. So look what this guy looks at suddenly. It's a trick. He walks in, kind of walks over here, just hovers around this thing, moving back and forth, back and forth. Look at his eye. Look to the side. He's trying to detect the viewer. And even though the back and forth is traditional hypnosis, he just wants you to look at something long enough to detect the light from your eyes. But I won't do that, so I remain hidden from them. It's very difficult for me to take news or the world seriously anymore. This clip is a good example why. I just turned the TV on in my hotel during this session, and right away they're showing some sort of disaster. All these people run around crazy. But I'm going to pause it here and just take you through it slowly. This is all on purpose to see what colors I resonate with. And what they'll do is they'll focus in suddenly on this girl in the distance with her pink versus blue. It goes right to her. It's on purpose. She's a robot or some sort of artificial intelligence. I don't know how it works, but they zero in on this girl close up because they need to see what the viewer resonates with. Pink or blue. But I'm going to turn the channel.
The gunman was...
Very next channel, you get a pig. That's pink. And you get the blue. But not only that,
retire your way.
that guy's pink pants. I mean, how often do you see a guy wearing pink pants?
Financial guidance while you're mastering life. From Chase.
Notice her red shawl, or whatever that is. Guy with the pink pants, girl with the red shawl. Now I'm going to turn it. Very next channel. There's a guy wearing pink pants. If it's rare to see one guy wearing pink pants, how rare is it to see two guys in subsequent channels wearing pink pants? It's statistically impossible because it's on purpose. Things are not what they seem on the TV and in the world. He's got a blue shirt, so it's blue versus pink again, just like the girl in the first bit. And she's got a red shirt like that girl had a red shawl on.
Bring it back. That club face is facing the ground right now. Now, if your club face is facing the ground right now, that means it's shut from this position.
But now I turn it.
Really hard.
Very next channel. Boom. Guy grabs a pink bow, puts it on a dog. Not a pig, but a dog. But he's got his bright blue versus the pink.
Shop at PetSmart.
And the logo. It's basically red or pink versus blue.
For exclusive Secret Life of Pets
next commercial.
What's wrong with you people?
What do we have here? Pink on one side, blue on the other.
Bad guys, this is what we do.
Now I turn it. Nothing here. Maybe there's nothing to it. It's not here anymore.
To 15.
Well, never mind. It's there. Got a guy back here, red and pink versus blue. Got this guy with the super blue pants. Got this blue guy down here. Got the blue shirt versus the pink pants. Got the blue guy. Got the red over here versus the blue. But just the fact that you got another guy with pink pants. They're a lighter hue this time, but they're basically pink. 3 guys with pink pants over about 45 seconds of TV watching. There's no way that's random. And remember, it all started with her. A fake girl planted for me to look at right when I turned the TV on because of the pink and blue. Once they think they have a bead on who's watching them, they'll relay that information from channel to channel in real time. The more you're capable of deterring their hypnosis, the bigger you become to them, the higher on the frequency scale of colors. As I'm watching here, I'm deflecting and watch the theme or message carry from channel to channel to channel.
You know, I definitely can't wait to see him and shit and talk to him again.
Now I'm going to turn it. She's got a yellow shirt on. I turn it.
It is.
Right away. Next channel up. This guy is looking up. That's key. But he's got that yellow by his head and the green next to it. The color's going up the scale. But I don't resonate with them because I'm deflecting and not looking at them. So he says,
Honestly, no one comes to mind. Wow.
Now I turn it back right away to the BET channel. Now I'm going to pause it because they're going to right away do a trick to try to catch me like a fish. The more I deflect this kind of thing, the bigger a fish I become. Don't look at the screen. It's a trick. Boom, boom, boom. But I deflect it.
What's up, Carson?
Now these guys come out. These are pretty short guys. They're little guys, just like the kids little.
I brought somebody to meet you on my court.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, bro? What's
Nice
up?
to meet you.
You too, man. I've been waiting.
I think it's very important for artists to have someone to look up to.
Someone to look up to. The previous channel, the guy was looking up. Right when I flipped to it, the next channel, or the back to the original channel, need to have someone to look up to.
I think it's very important for artists to have someone to look up to. It's the same type of teaching that Bow Wow's watched me and he.
Now I muted it while I was watching because it's too loud. I'm going to turn it back to that other channel.
A dick pic. Wow.
Not sure what that means. But then I turn it back, but I go past BET this time. So I go back down, but I go past it and go to MTV right away. Alaska. They're ready for the channel change. And they say something instantly, and it's Alaska. The U.S. looks up to Alaska. It's looking down on the U.S., and it's the biggest state. Now I change it down one more time.
Yes. We are going to...
I'm aware of what's happening.
I want to tell you something. B.I.G. is smiling down on you, baby. You did.
B.I.G. is smiling down on you. Big is looking down. You're looking up at Big. So we had a guy looking up. You need to have someone to look up to. You had Alaska, which is the biggest state, looks down on the U.S. Now you have Biggie is looking down on you. One after another.
I love you so much, baby.
But that's not it. I turn it down one more.
You look down.
Sure sounded like she said, you look down. Even though it says, you look damn in this picture. She said, you look down.
You look down.
One channel to the next. It's all happening in real time. And it's based on the viewer. They're speaking in double meaning, in code, about who they think I am. The only reason I can pick this stuff up is because I'm deflecting. I'm able to watch without ever resting my eyes. They're always moving, which keeps my brain waves higher, which makes me a bigger fish for them to try to catch. If they're unable to determine who you are through your eyes and through your brain, they're going to pay attention to how long you stay on certain channels. What kind of programs do you watch? Female, male, black, white. This will act as a clue for them. I'm watching here on a hotel TV, using my tripod to record it. And I'm just flipping through channels. But I'm deflecting. And I end up landing on an Hispanic channel. I'm not Hispanic and I don't speak Spanish. So normally, someone like that would just flip right past it. But I decide to stay. Because I'm testing. I'm researching how they respond. And watch what happens. Now, I turn it past this channel.
What does life look like during your period?
Next channel, I turn it past. Boom. I just leave it there. Longer than someone would normally leave it. Now watch what happens when I turn it.
Get someone who speaks English.
They think I'm Hispanic or speak Spanish. And as I've said, you act as blood or food or energy or medicine for these beings. And this guy, who's having a heart attack and needs help, which is simply metaphoric, says, find someone who speaks English. Right after I left it on the Spanish channel for a longer period of time than most people would, unless you're Hispanic or speak Spanish. And then, right after he says that, it goes to commercial.
Por favor, sí, usted no se despreocupe. No. Sí. Get someone who speaks English. Here it comes.
She's gonna be so awesome.
They're gonna now use the commercials to continue to test me, to see who I really am. But I just wanted to show you how they're using what you're watching, even if they can't detect you through your eyes, because you're deflecting. They make assumptions based on what you leave it on. They really need to know your hue. What hues do you resonate with? What hues are the human? So they can use you, so they can utilize you. If they're not sure, or if they detect a couple different hues, they'll keep testing over and over. Watch the craziness that happens during this because I'm deflecting and not revealing myself. And they have to keep testing the colors they think I am. Now I turn to this channel. I always hear the sound come in before the picture. Got a light blue car, the light blue sky, and green grass. Those are the main colors. But watch the guy on the far left. Look at his shirt. See the light blue shirt? Now I turn it. The very next channel. These people moving, it's a test. Look at his eyes. He's trying to detect me. See what colors I resonate with. But I deflect that. And then they show this guy with a light blue shirt on. And he's standing next to a guy in green. It's green versus blue. Just like the first channel. And you see this guy? Standing under the number 23? Remember that. Now they're going to go here and they're going to hug and they're going to say goodbye. Light green, light blue. Now I'm going to turn it. Next channel.
A bad plan.
Another light blue shirt. 3 channels in a row so far. And this guy's going to run over to this truck and stand next to the number 23. Just like the guy in the last scene with the light blue shirt. I'm not going to explain that in this video. He goes and jumps down in the hole. And then I change the channel again. And the next show.
And not only
nice shirt.
did they all come from healthy livers, they all came from the same liver.
Same light blue shirt. Over and over and over and over. Now a few seconds later, they switch to this scene and they show this guy holding a light blue towel right in front of the camera on purpose against the green, a light green background. They're continuing the test. Fast forward here a little bit. Show this guy walk back towards his blue towels.
Some prior obligations to attend.
And I turn it.
Some funny joke, man. Are we?
Another light blue shirt. And she's even got kind of a light blue shirt and a light green underneath. But look at Keanu.
He's bleeding.
Look at that shirt. Light green, light blue.
I don't know what to do. There's so much.
Now I turn it again. I'm just flipping through.
You should say, try not to.
Blue shirt. It's a blue uniform, but it's a blue shirt. I know there's some red mixed in, but it's still a blue shirt.
All right, everybody,
I'm going to turn it. And on the very next channel, look at the top left. Look at that light blue shirt. But let's see what's on the screen.
Call up, we got a bed. 3
light blue suit jacket. Went from blue shirt to blue uniform to blue jacket. But then this guy has his green and pink. And green and pink go together in the spectrum. Pink is in the middle of green. They're one and the same. So once again, we had the blue versus the green. Now I'm going to turn it again here, but I'm going to do it a special way. Sometimes when I'm doing my TV research, I'll go up really fast with the remote. I don't look at the remote and I don't look at the TV while I'm doing it. I just hit the button really fast. I know where it is on the remote and I go up and just see where I land because I want to catch them off guard and see what the response is.
Purpose.
And robbing a bank is going to give me a purpose.
He will give us money. Will he?
Boom, 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 boom. I just land here. I didn't choose it. A blue striped shirt. And he's basically dressed in blue. That's the hue you see. But there's the pink. And like I just said, green and pink go together. This channel wasn't quite the same with the light blue versus the light green, even though it's a similar theme. But watch what happens when I go up one channel.
Plus, Black Panther Mania.
We have an eye staring at another light blue shirt because they want the viewer's eyes to look there. And you got her green shirt. It's all happening on purpose, and it's happening in real time. Now I change it again here, but I'm going to do one more test. I'm going to go up a bunch of channels at once and just see where I land.
But buy tickets to see it.
Hey, look, we got another blue shirt. But let's see what's on screen.
Investigate further.
Nice. Light green and light blue together in one shirt. Just like Keanu had earlier. Just like the father and the son hugging with the light green and light blue together. This is real. This is really happening. And most people wouldn't notice this because they're under hypnosis. And if you're wondering what the girl in this scene is wearing,
You don't focus.
Hilarious. When I watch TV, I'm capable of making myself invisible by keeping my brain waves higher and by never resting my eyes where they want me to look. I'm basically the invisible man until I decide to look directly at the characters. Then they know who I am. Now I'm going to change the channel here, but I'm invisible because I'm heavily deflecting the entire time. Immediately they do a camera movement, a sweeping camera movement. This is common when you change a channel because most people just watch that and it reveals who you are. She's saying, I look in the mirror. I'm the mirror, but I'm not revealing myself. So listen to what she says right after that.
I don't know who's staring back at me.
This is happening in real time. I've done enough research to know. They're speaking in double meanings. Code. She doesn't know who's looking at her because I'm not revealing myself. She doesn't know if I'm male or female or fat or skinny or black or white. She has no idea. Now once again, I'm flipping through invisible.
Baxter's coffee habits.
He likes a morning latte with a cruller, a decaf espresso after.
I turn it. Right off the bat, the next channel is waiting for me with this on the screen because they want the viewer to look at it. If you stare at this, it reveals who you are. Or they're probably going to move it real fast once you look at it, like pulling up on a fishing line. But I'm deflecting. I'm not looking at it. So they'll try harder to get my attention. Look at that. Look at a creepy finger shows up on screen. This is right after a channel change. But don't look too closely at it. It's going to move. It's going to tap. They're trying to get the attention of the viewer. They think you're an animal.
Dominic, what were you doing?
He moves that. I don't look at it. Now he's going to move his hand slowly down the page. It's all a trick.
Bread and salt eaten off the body.
If they move their hands right across the screen, I move my eyes left. I never let them control my eyes.
Sins of one man, consumed by the other. The sin eater.
If Hitler had had one in the bunker, he'd be sitting on a cloud right now.
Now I turn it. Right away, they're doing a camera movement again, a sweeping movement across the screen because they know I just changed the channel. They still don't know who I am. So they do this because they think I'm going to look at the action, but I'm deflecting.
What are we doing here?
Having lunch.
All that motion on screen where they move bodies in front of the camera, it's all on purpose. They think your eyes are going to slowly follow that, and then they're going to be able to catch you as soon as the body moves. It's a trick.
I should be doing this.
What, you shouldn't be having lunch?
Now right here, I decide to reveal myself. Because I'm deflecting and moving my eyes all around the screen and not thinking, I have no idea who the female actress is. So I was curious. I was wondering, who is this person who just said I shouldn't be here? And I look directly at her. And as soon as I do that, they get the light from my eyes. And they know that I'm here and that my eyes work.
With you.
Now I turn it. See? It's code. Because I have eyes. Now they know I can see. They didn't know up until that point because I wasn't looking at anything on screen. See means my eyes can see. Oh, you don't think so? Watch the next channel that I changed to.
No, your eyesight's fine.
They go from see to your eyesight's fine. Because now they know my eyes are fine.
No game.
Now I turn the TV off. Because now I know I'm not invisible. I just need to catch my breath for a second. The recorder stays on, but there's no picture. I'm going to scroll through to where I pick it back up. It's about 30 seconds later, and when I turn the TV on, you'll see fixed on the top. That means it's coming back on.
Now, I thought invisibility would be a boon to my work.
It's the Invisible Man, because that's me.
Well, you can imagine. It was my undoing. Once you're invisible, it's bloody hard to turn back.
We finally caught him.
The guy in the back said, "We finally caught him," because I revealed myself in that one scene with the girl. Look, this is reflecting the viewer. It always does. If you don't realize that, it's because you're under hypnosis, because you've allowed the camera to control your eyes, put your brain into a lower brainwave state, and then they go further with commands, with sleep commands and other hypnosis commands. And when that happens, you end up missing a lot of what's happening on screen. For instance, when I took a break and then turned the TV back on, the character was waiting for me. Watch it again. Now, because they know the viewer has just turned the TV back on. It's absurd, but it's really happening. I decided to try something completely different. I'm still going to be deflecting during this session, but I'm going to count to 3 between every channel change, from one channel to the next, just to see what happens. Everything is double meaning on the TV, and 3 is the color yellow in the prism, the third chakra, male, lower frequency. The fact that I'm changing the channel so quickly between channels equals yellow. So you're going to see that depicted on screen, but things get even more interesting. Now I turn the channel.
Termite.
The first thing you hear is termite, and you see yellowish wood. And then...
You know what this is from? Dirt.
Dirt. Wood and dirt are the color yellow, represented by the third chakra. I'm not making this shit up. Just watch. Now I turn it after 3. You get the yellow hue again, same as the wood on the last channel.
Possibility that the...
Turn it after 3 seconds.
Is 3 wood?
They actually say it. We had wood, and yellow is 3, and they say 3 wood.
Is 3 wood?
It's only $2.95 to the front.
Now I turn it. Yeah, they're pointing at the yellow jacket because it represents 3. Boy, male. And listen to what they say.
Good man.
Good man.
Joseph A. Bank.
Nothing much here.
New show on FS1.
But then I change it after 3. She's looking at a yellow saddle. A horse is animalistic, masculine.
And this, the way...
3 seconds.
Point. We have only heard the girlfriend's account.
We have only heard the girlfriend's account. This is code, because they know I'm counting. And listen what happens after I change it.
I'm excited about this.
The guy said counters. So it went from girlfriend's account to counters. Listen closely.
We have only heard the girlfriend's account.
I'm excited about this. I'm curious and excited.
She's excited about the counters. The counter, watching and counting in between channels. Notice her black and white shirt. Look at the next channel.
Under that clock.
Black and white, referee. But listen to what the guy says.
That clock on your screen is...
We went from account to counters to that clock. And if you look at the clock, the yellow flag.
Is it a...
I change it after 3. Now watch this. Boom. Right when I change it after 3, the guy is literally putting his hat in the yellow stripe. I change it. Now I'm going to pause it because this girl, I know she resonates lower frequency. And what she's going to do, she's going to use flashes. And then she's going to look down to try to get me to look at the rolling text. But I deflect it because it's all a trick.
All right, thanks, Rachel. And third place in the battle.
Third place. And you got 3 people on screen. And yellow writing on their shirts. And you got 3 more people. And I turn it.
More satisfaction with muscle.
Guy with a yellow shirt. I turn it.
It's a big goddamn hernia.
He said it's a big goddamn hernia. But it sounds like he's saying I'm in a big goddamn hurry because I keep changing the channel. And you see the yellow he's working on? Hernias are actually represented by the third chakra. Now I change it, and watch what happens here.
Building tunnels in an active fault zone.
No more!
And that's right where I changed it. So now it appears they're just messing with me. No more time or no more talking because they know I'm going to change the channel after 3 seconds. It's crazy.
Building tunnels in an active fault zone. No more.
Watch what happens live when a channel gets concerned about the viewer and they need to test to make sure that viewer resonates or doesn't resonate a certain color. So you're going to see his kid here go through this crazy scenario with this guy. It's like a scary scene. See, he's sensing it. Because as I'm watching, I'm not showing any feeling. No anger, no fear, no, oh, I hope that kid's all right. Because you'll see the kid steps over the line. Dangerous thing. He's going to get it. Really scary. Ooh.
She sees you, kid.
Attention on deck!
Guitar. Back to your seat now. Rangers, go Redcon 1.
Secure old cargo!
Now watch. It goes to commercial. He says, go Redcon 1. It's coded double meaning speak. This is how they communicate without the viewer knowing. After he got worried during that scene, that was dramatic and scary, and I didn't show any emotion because I was purposely deflecting and not thinking anything, he needs to be able to tell my true colors, who I really am. So he says, Rangers, go Redcon 1. This is the Redcon. Right off the bat, you see red meat. Bacon is nutritionally classified as red meat, or some people say pink meat. Regardless, it's a red color. And listen to the commercial.
Look at this bacon. Seems like something you've enjoyed before.
They want to see if I resonate with that. Do I eat meat? The lower frequency scale, red. Am I an animal? Because they consider people in these lower frequencies to be animals. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here.
Go bacon, go!
Red logo. We have the meats. Redcon 1, first thing you see is red meat. Now, next commercial comes on.
Since the beginning of
seems kind of harmless, then suddenly red water. I mean, that's basically red water. It's part of the test to see if I resonate with that color. But I'm deflecting, and I don't even look at it. So their response is cool, because I didn't resonate with the red or the yellow. And the next commercial,
Can I get you guys some
look at this.
Red's apple ale.
So it went from red meat to the red bottle of water to everything's in red, red apple ale, which is beer. They're still testing to see if I resonate with these lower frequency things. And watch the content of the next commercial. NASCAR. Another red-based subject. Simple. Masculine.
500
red. Go forward a little bit.
Energy lives here.
Now, they continue. They go from red meat to red water to red beer to motor oil to an action movie. More red. I'm going to scroll through a little bit.
You'll never have any peace until you admit who you really are.
Admit who you really are. Now, I'm not watching any of this motion on screen. I'm deflecting the entire time. So I'm hidden. All the action, all the movement, it's on purpose. To try to catch the light from my eyes. Now watch how it ends.
I know who I am.
I know who I am. And it went from red to green on his face. Red to green. Because I'm not resonating with any of the Redcon subjects they put on screen. And I didn't resonate with the final one, which was a punch. I didn't get into it like, oh yeah, or show any energy. And this is what they're testing. But the thing I'm really pointing out here is how right in the middle of a movie that's supposedly filmed ahead of time, a character can come out and say, let's go Redcon 1, and somehow immediately it goes to commercial, and they start to test one red thing after another. With me, the viewer, in real time.
Rangers, go Redcon 1.
Secure cargo!
Look at this bacon!
Check this out. I turn the channel.
Another sack.
See the artifact? On this hotel TV? Bright pink, bright green, bright blue.
I did not get enough markers to work.
Same colors. They did not get enough markers to work. These are the markers they got to work, based on my viewing. The markers is code for colored markers. And the ones on screen are the ones that worked. The popping pink, the popping green, the popping blue. And it continues. Next scene, same thing. Green, pink, blue. Popping. Look at the pink by her face right here. Look at that.
And Fred in the bar just an hour before their deaths.
Now I mute the sound because the frequency's too high, but I turn the channel. Same thing. Popping green at the top, popping blue on the bottom, and the guy has a pink shirt. I turn it. Not quite. You got the pink or the red, the green, but then got the popping blue. Side by side. Pink, green, blue. But I turn it. Watch. Look at that. The same three. Popping. This bright blue, green, and pink. Now they mix a couple other colors right here, but they end up right back at the same three. Look at that.
Come on, I double dare you.
Pink, green, blue. Popping. Bright.
This collection in stores. It's only available through this exclusive offer.
Now I turn it.
Responding.
Boom. Same thing. Popping blue, pink, and green. Prominent colors. I turn it. Boom. Same thing. Popping green, blue on the snake, pink on his face. Same three popping colors. Look at that blue. Look at the pink. Look at the green. Everything else is muted.
250 million acres of semi-arid grasslands covering Australia.
I turn it.
Well, obviously,
Boom.
Duncan's in
Bright blue,
strength
bright
and
green, and there's a little pink back there on the screen. But watch. There's the bright green. There's the bright blue.
manifested itself as Incendia.
I keep muting it because they're using high frequency beeps. But watch.
Fire breath.
Boom. Pink. Look at the bright pink, the bright green, and the bright blue. Now something interesting is going to happen. Like I've said, the TV is telepathic. If you give yourself up while you're watching, they know your every move. So if you get ready to change a channel and you've given yourself away, they know. So as I'm about to change it here, watch what the character on screen does. And I change it because he knows I'm changing it. Crazy, but it's true. Watch.
It's fire breath.
Oh, see, he knows it's over. He's cutting his throat. Next channel, same colors. But then the next commercial comes on and I changed it. But you can see, same colors. The bright blue, the bright red or pink, and a yellowish green now, but it's close still. But I turn it.
You realize what would happen if...
Same thing. Bright blue, pink hands, green in the background. Same three shades. I turn it again.
Okay.
Look at that. Same exact thing. You got green on the top of this thing down here, the bright blue and the pink. Now they're going to do a serious camera movement coming up. It moves really quick because most viewers are just looking blankly at the screen. If you settle your eyes, they're going to pull up on the fishing line to catch their fish. So I'd advise moving your eyes all around the screen. Don't settle them right here.
Okay. It'll eat a lot of compute cycles.
Here it comes. Zoom. But as I'm watching, I'm deflecting so they can't catch me during that part. But look what you end up with. The green on the screen, the blue of the shirt, the pink on the girl. But let me just scroll through real fast. Just notice the color. All these colors are the same throughout the whole thing. There's a couple others mixed in here and there, but it's not like I flipped to one channel and it was all black and white, and then one other channel was all yellow because it was about Mars, and then I got one with pink, green, and blue. The majority of what you see on screen is this green-blue-pink combination from channel to channel to channel over and over. The only markers they got to work. For my last segment, I just want to make it clear what's really happening here. The TV and virtually all media are using methods in order to hypnotize you and to hack into your reality. And all this color detection stuff and carryover of themes from channel to channel is being done on purpose in order to establish what the viewer's true colors are, so that the intelligence that's working through the TV can eat that energy. They can do more than that, but I'm not going to go into that in this video. I just wanted to share some of the interesting things that you begin to notice once you've broken their spell and are able to deflect what they do. The cutting camera movements, flashes of light, high-frequency noise, repetitive thumping. It's all meant to weaken the viewer. Watch what happens here as I'm heavily deflecting and protecting myself so they can't see me. This is right after a channel change. They're going to do what they always do. They're going to put some crazy noise on screen, which I mute, and they're going to try to get a read on the viewer through a camera movement. Change the channel here. Instantly, bike across the screen, but I deflect.
Oh, whose dinner is this supposed to be?
Whose dinner is this supposed to be? I'm the dinner. But because I deflected this, they were trying to get me right after I turned that channel. But I don't watch this girl right across the screen. So they can't look at my eyes to get an image of who I am and what hue the human is. So they don't know whose dinner it is. I mute the noise. I deflect the motion.
Oh, whose dinner is this supposed to be?
When they move the camera really quick, it has an effect on your brain. And oftentimes, it's accompanied by pain that you can actually feel. Here's a perfect example of what they're trying to do and how they're using coded, double-meaning language while they're doing it.
I'm gonna go up to Ellen and tell her I love her, and we're gonna cancel this whole fucking wedding.
Eat this melon.
That is good melon.
Melon is common slang for brain. That quick camera movement is them attempting to eat your brain. They even do it one more time, the exact same way, with that slicing, quick camera movement.
Tiny little fuck, I'm gonna kill him. Melon, now!
Zoop! Zoop! And at the end of that movement, they even walk somebody across screen to continue to have your eyes move in certain directions. Do you really think if this was filmed ahead of time, that they would have just let that happen? Let some girl just walk in front of the camera? Of course not. It's all a trick. Your eyes follow that, and somehow they're able to utilize whatever the effect is on you. And they're eating your melon. They want your blood. They want your brains. They want you to think. They want you to feel. It goes a lot deeper than just that. But I'll save that for a future video, even though I present it in the text that I've written. Humans do not appear to be the top of the food chain. I just wanted to make something clear. I don't watch a lot of TV. I've averaged about 2.5 hours a week over the last few years, and that's just for research. I don't watch TV for entertainment anymore. I'm only seeking information on how this media and the world in general that I wake up to every day, how it operates. There appears to be a hidden intelligence that's using human beings. I'm not even sure if anyone legitimate is watching this video, but if there's anyone else out there who isn't artificial intelligence or in on it, and you're in the dark like I am, this video was for you. I have a website where I have documentation of my reality over the last few years. The most important thing in my life is truth, and I've devoted and I'll continue to devote myself to the pursuit of it until I'm sure that I'm not being kept in the dark.